The Vergas Show is brought to you by Spanky Stone Hearth, casual fine dining on beautiful Rose Lake. Vergas State Bank, your locally owned community full-service bank. Vergas Event Center for gatherings large or small, including weddings. Vergas Liquor Store, where all the profits profit Vergas.
Make the right call. Call Hanson's, the most trusted name in plumbing and heating.
Hi, welcome to the Vergas Show. I'm Sherri Hanson. Thanks for joining me today. I'm with Bev Fleitlin and Jane Wasvik. Thank you so much for joining me, ladies. These are your Relay for Life American Cancer Society fundraising gurus. You guys are amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Thank you. It helps to have the community behind you.
You know, that there is something about that, isn't there, Bev? If the community would not be behind you, then it would just be a lot, not only not a lot harder, but it would be so much less fun.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah.
And regrettably, a lot of the community has been involved with cancer.
Well, I think that it would not take very much to just talk to any single person that you walk on the street and that has some kind of connection, unfortunately. Yep. And that's why you do what you do. So tell me what you do.
We raise money for the American Cancer Society. Jane is my partner in crime. And we have the relay coming up in Perham, which is the big fundraiser. They've got 24 teams this year. There is no longer just an East Otter Tail and West Otter Tail. A lot of the counties have ended up losing their relay teams.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So we've got counties from up north even that have come down.
Okay, what's the date of that?
July 14th.
July 14th.
It starts at 5:30. The activities start, the opening ceremony is at 7:30. The luminaries are lit at 9:15.
You know, but when it gets dark,
when
and
it
right.
gets dark.
But okay, so the actual ceremony is at 7:30, but there's things going on ahead of time.
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
All of the teams have little stands set up, as Vergas Looneys will be selling some of my husband's canned stuff, sweet pickled asparagus, tomato juice, and he made a whole bunch of rhubarb jam, which is very yummy. This year we have a quilt that we're going to have up at the silent auction. Jane can talk a little bit about that in a minute. Also, we'll be selling tickets to a raffle we're having with our Christmas concert for a $500 gift certificate to Dieter Mercantile. Jane, you want to talk about the quilt?
Yeah, Jane, tell us a little bit about that quilt. I know that when we were talking about some kind of an item that you guys wanted to have to be able to raffle off, you came up with this idea, and I think you guys kind of had fun putting it together.
We really did. We had a lot of fun. I guess we spent about 3 days down in my sewing room chopping up T-shirts, which were donated by Wilma Richter.
And these were all
survivor, cancer survivor T-shirts that we started with, and we cut them up and put them together in a quilt and came up with a design, and we think it turned out pretty cute. And so we're putting that on the silent auction at the relay, and Bev and I learned a lot about making a T-shirt quilt, and luckily it turned out actually pretty nice, so we were proud of it, and we're anxious to raise money with it.
So when you talk about survivor T-shirts, tell me a little bit about what that entails.
Well, every year the Cancer Society recognizes and honors the survivors. And there's a survivor banquet, and then they give away survivor T-shirts. So every year, if you're a survivor, you can get a survivor T-shirt, so it starts to add up. So
right.
She had lots of T-shirts, and we were able to make a pretty large quilt. It's actually like about a little bigger than full size.
It is bigger than full size. That's awesome. Yeah, and I mean, I think it's a beautiful quilt. Anybody would love it, but it would have extra special meaning at the relay because there's a lot of people there that are survivors themselves or else have lost somebody.
I think so. I think it would be a keepsake item if
that's awesome
for any survivor.
So that'll be great. What is the other thing you got there, Jane?
Well, this is our raffle. Which our team is running at we're drawing at our Christmas concert, which comes up December 3rd. And we're actually drawing for $500 gift certificate at the new grocery store, Dietrich Mercantile in Vergas, which is a really nice store, and they have a lot of stuff. So they'll just get a $500 gift certificate if they win. Our tickets are $5 a piece, and we're selling them now at the relay and right up until the Christmas concert. So we're hoping to sell quite a few tickets.
Sure. How do they get them if they're not at the relay and just want to pick one up?
Oh, they're at a lot of the stores in town.
Okay.
Well,
And
just to be
Mercantile.
Or you can see one of these two ladies.
Yeah, but
I'm
they
sure
have
you
them
guys have them.
at the Mercantile. He's got tickets there all the time, so that's the easiest place probably.
Awesome. So you guys have got a lot of great things going on for the relay, and I know that relay is just really there's nothing like it when the luminaries come on.
No.
So tell me about how you got involved with the relay and what that means to you, Bev.
My sister passed away from cancer. It's been 20 years now. And she took me to a relay just before she passed away. And then that, of course, just opened up a whole. So I decided after Lisa Peterson asked me several times, she is the
Coordinator
for the relay in Perham, if I would, because the gal that used to do it here left, and I said sure. And so
That's all
now
it
it's
takes. Sure.
yeah.
Sure.
I wanted to say that we have, along with this community, great support. We got 3 new sponsors this year, so in total the team has about 8 different sponsors, and it's just really wonderful to know that the town is behind you.
Who are those sponsors, Bev? I know you got them written down.
I made a list so I wouldn't forget anybody. The Vergas Lions, the Vergas Bank, the Vergas United Methodist men and women have both set up an account. Hanson's Plumbing, American Beauty, Lavish Loon, and Vergas Hardware. And those last 3 are our 3 new people that are sponsoring us.
And so their name will be on your banners.
Their
and
name
then when
will
you
be
take
on our
that-
banner.
when you
They
take-
get a little sign they can put out, and I'll have a window cling that goes with it also, so they can put up so that people realize that they are sponsoring us.
Are you going to decorate the town again?
Yep.
Okay. And so
I
when all
told
those
my
purple-
husband this morning we have to think about doing that pretty quick. We put purple all over, which is the American Cancer
signature color. Sure.
signature color. Yes.
Yeah.
So you'll see that around town here real shortly. So.
Okay, so Relay for Life, when you talk about it, obviously, you know, it's for the cancer survivors, it's for people who have family. If you want to come over and just take part in part of it, it's kind of like a carnival event in the effect that there's different things going on. And when I say carnival, I don't mean that we are actually celebrating. We're celebrating life at it, and we're celebrating the fact that you know, people have survived from the cancer and stuff like that. But Jane, what do you have to say about that?
Well, just to go to the relay, there really is. There's tons of food. A lot of the booths
Yeah.
have food, and a lot of the booths have things to sell and information about their teams. And so it really, just to walk around and talk to all the people and see the booths and try some of the food, it is like a carnival a little bit.
Right.
It's a lot of fun. And there's things for kids and there's things for adults, and you can walk as much as you want to, or you don't have to. You could just come over and participate and come to the opening, or just come and look at the booths. There's no
Bid on the
stop and
quilt.
start.
And does it-
bid on the quilt.
Right.
Yes.
Right, bid on the quilt is right. And then does it still go until like 4:30 in the morning? Is that correct?
It goes all night. This is one of the very few relays that still goes all night, and their theory is that people with cancer are up all night. Many of them. I also want to say that our relay was the only relay in Minnesota that was an ACS CAN relay, which CAN stands for Cancer Action Network. And you have to have 60 members on it. You don't have to belong to a team. It's a $10 sign up, and you fill in a form, and then you get news on legislation, and you get
sure.
to vote and talk to your
About the educational part
legislators
of it,
about it
sure.
also. Yes. So
There's just so many opportunities, and I think that if you ever have any kind of questions about not only the Relay for Life, but other ways that you can donate, other ways that you can participate, Bev and Jane are both just awesome resources. But I do know that on Friday, July 14th, the Relay for Life over in Perm at the Perm track is going to be a wonderful event. You guys are going to be there. You're going to be selling those raffle tickets. There's going to be activities starting at 5:30. The best part of this whole thing for me always is at 7:30 you do the survivor's lap, and then there's a dove release. I mean, there's just something about that whole dove release, and then they light the luminaries, and then all night long. So take part in whatever part you can, take part in all of it, take part in part of it, but just take part and be a part of Relay for Life. So thank you, Jane. Thank you, Bev, very much. And Friday, July 14th, you're going to want to be in Perm. You have a good day in Vergas.